welcome to this week's online gathering. Thank you for joining us.
That's how a normal, now virtual service at Knockconny Baptist Church in County Tyrone starts like. Worship leaders across the UK, like Pastor David Kimber, have ensured that although apart during the coronavirus pandemic, church services can still take place.
We have to socially distance ourselves at the moment, and so the coming together physically, so joining and sitting and singing and praying together has changed, and we miss that.
Let's read it together. Turn there if you can, if you've got a Bible.
Over the last 9 weeks, churches and other religious buildings have had to close, but David has continued to stay connected with his congregation, hosting services on Facebook and YouTube, and so far has enjoyed the challenge.
I've enjoyed trying to think outside the box, and how do we do that? And how do we continue to keep in contact with each other? And for me as the pastor, how do I look after my congregation, spiritually speaking, from a distance?
Alison Keys is a member and youth leader at Knockconny Baptist Church who has been helping out with the services by performing songs. She says the online worship has helped keep the community together.
I feel the virtual services are really important in giving you a sense of togetherness, even though you're obviously not physically with the people who you would go to church with. You can see their name and stuff on the Facebook Live, and you still sort of feel like you're watching along with them, and in a way that you're still worshipping along with them.
Services are normally a key social interaction too, especially for older members of church communities. And although they're missing church, Alan Coulter and his granddaughter Megan say the practice of faith can still take place.
I don't know how you hold it, but you get your faith 2 years of experience.
Yeah, like you could be practicing faith every day, but it is nice to go to church and Sunday congregation and do it together. Like,
church women go to church most Sundays, it's very seldom miss a Sunday, right enough.
Yeah.
Makes a difference in a week.
Across the UK, some of the older population have been unable to access virtual services, but thanks to technology, some have, including Margaret Haselby from Ceredigion in West Wales.
Well, I think it's brilliant, because I can go and sit in the other room and I can go through the service with him, sing if I want to. It's lovely. Well, I suppose
Margaret attends St Cunllo Church in Llangoedmor and says the Welsh Government's plans to open churches with social distancing could work for her small congregation.
If we're all in church on the same Sunday, we're probably about 11 of us, and we could all sit quite comfortably at a distance.
Back in Northern Ireland, though, the executive in Belfast have started to allow certain religious buildings to open and drive-in services to take place. But how are the changes being viewed?
I don't have it at home. It's feeling different out of place, sitting like your park watching it.
I feel like I guess the point it won't be as, what's the word, like, special as such.
We have to consider all things, and also the practical implications of all that, as well as trying to keep people safe and all the potentials, which I think is the hard one to try and guess about what that might look like when 100 cars rock up and there's kids sitting in the back for an hour. I don't know how that works, Dan, but we're working on it.
For now, though, it seems most religious services will continue to be held online. Although congregations are far apart physically, they remain close spiritually. Dan Moffat, Atrium News.
God bless and stay safe.